So the session today is how to customize your RBdigital homepage. So what I will cover in today's session, and I'll be doing it through a demo, are how to create messages on your site, changing color themes, updating your logo, creating carousels, and also creating adverts, all on your RBdigital home screen. Now, only one of these aspects is also reflected in the app at present, which is the creating customizable carousels. So if you change any of the other things, you won't see any difference in the app. At the minute, it's only the app, only customizable carousels that you will see in the app itself. But your website will be amended if you choose to make any amendments to the other 4 areas that you can customize yourself. And all of these things, the aim of it is to effectively promote your content to your borrowers and get more people reading and listening. So what I will do is I will do this in the form of an online demonstration. I am recording it as well. So what we will do is we will take one of the recording sessions that I do, edit it, and then make it available on our website for you. So you can go in at any point to be able to see basically a tutorial video about what I'm going to go through. So just bear with me a second whilst I bring up the website. So just in terms of how this session works, if you have any questions at any point, there is a toolbar as part of the webinar session that you can click on a questions area, and on there, if you submit any questions that you have as we go through the session, or if you have any questions at the end, submit them to me. I will answer any questions at the end of the session. If any questions come up afterwards, if you think of anything afterwards, just feel free to contact me, and I will try and guide you through anything that doesn't make sense or what have you. So the first thing you'll need to do to be able to edit anything on your homepage at present is to have an RBdigital global site login. So if you haven't currently got a login to be able to see this back office, then do contact us and we can get you a login to be able to go in and make any of these amends, if you're the right person, obviously, in your library authority to do so. And once you're logged in, you will come to this screen, and the first place that you want to go to make any kind of amends is actually this library settings tab here. So if you click on library settings, you will then, it will default to my profile. The place that you want to go is actual profile here, this tab. It might take a couple of seconds for the page to load, as you can see. But don't panic and think it's not working correctly, because it will take a few seconds and appear. There we go. And the first place that you come to that you can add messaging to your site. So this messaging would appear here. This is where you would enter text, so up to 150 characters. So at the minute, this is written as this is an internal testing site. You don't have to put any text in there, but if you want to put anything in there, for example, if you didn't previously offer ebooks through us and you suddenly start offering ebooks, you might want to put in there, please check out our ebook selection, or we are offering X amount of ebooks. Or we have now the capability of allowing this text here to be a hyperlink. So you could have it as a hyperlink onto another one of your services or your website or what have you. So anything that you want to go to specifically, you can have that as a hyperlink there as well. One thing to let you know is that this message here, you will not be able to have access to enter anything in here. So in the past, we've said, oh, if you go to this page, you can enter some messaging for your website, and people have said, well, it doesn't work because I need to be a super user. This section, yes, you have to be a super user to add messaging. Basically, if I put any messaging in this box here, it would show on every single RBdigital site across the world. So you have the authority to put text in here just to show on your library website at the minute, so your library RBdigital site. So like I said, it's up to 150 characters long. If you keep scrolling down, you also have the ability to change the background colour of your RBdigital website. Again, like I said, it's not the app, it will just be the website view as here. So at the minute, this is set to red, and this is our customer services internal testing site. You have the option to change it to a blue or black. So simply by going into here, I can choose black, for example, scroll down to the bottom and save. So anything that you change, make sure you click save afterwards, which includes the messaging that I just showed you. So if I click save, success. So now I should be able to go on here and refresh the screen. And as you can see, it's now changed to black. And black is actually the default colour for the app. So if you want consistency with the app, then I would advise making sure that that is actually a black background. Now, another thing that you can amend in here is your library logo. So this area here, so directly under the colour theme, you have library title, text or logo. So you can just choose your logo in here. So click choose file, select the image that you want to have displayed up here. Or you can choose to have it saved as just the text only. So if you're set up in our system as Leicester City Libraries, for example, then it could just show the text Leicester City Libraries. So you can make that amend yourself. Now, we don't have a specific size for the logo to be, but you can feel free to play around and see how it fits. We can actually, if you load a PNG, it will take you can actually have it so that it just shows the actual text itself without any background specifically with it. So please have a play around and see how it looks and choose the most appropriate logo, how you would like it to display for your library authority. So that's how you would change the message, the colour theme and the logo on your website. The next thing I'd like to show you, which I feel would be probably the biggest benefit to you all, would be under this tab, Product Management. So click Product Management, and this is where you can create your own customizable carousel. So by this, I mean these book carousels here. You can have up to 60 titles in a carousel, and you can choose exactly what titles go in that carousel, and you can choose whether it's ebooks, audiobooks. So you can't have a mixture of the two, it would be ebooks or audiobooks, and you can choose the title of the carousel as well. And you can choose where it goes on this home page, whether it be at the top, middle, bottom, wherever on this page. So if I go back into here, and I'll demonstrate how this is done. So if I choose audiobooks to start off with, this standard list drop down box here shows you bestsellers in your library authority, newly added titles for your library collection, and then most popular in your library authority. So you could choose them all from one of these lists, or from a set number from each of these lists, or you can simply do a search on specific titles that you want to show in your customizable carousel. So for example, I could choose a set of titles. I'm going to choose 6 that illustrate mindfulness. So I've got a set number of 6 different titles I'm going to type in here and find for me and add to a customizable carousel. So if I look for the stress solution, search, this is the one that I want. I can simply select the title, click the arrow to move it across. If I don't want it anymore, I can press the dustbin here and it will remove it from the collection, or click the back arrow. Or I can click the bin at the top and it will remove everything that's on my list. So I'll keep going until I've got 6 titles here. So I'm going to go for this one, move it across. And this one. This one, positive. Positive thinking for kids, they're Marshall. And one final one. And move that across so I've got 6. Now it's best to do it in multiples of 6, as each carousel is 6 titles long. So it would look better and it avoids any titles skipping through quickly if the carousel is in a multiple of 6. So once I've got my 6 here, I can then type a name. So I'm going to call it Mindfulness Audio Books, and save. Now, just before I click save, just also want to make you aware that you can have a list of ISBNs that you can copy and paste into this box that would then generate the list into here for you. Because at the minute, we can't actually upload a list, which would save you time. But that is something that our web developers are looking into at the minute to save you a little bit more time. So if I click save, my changes are saved. Always make sure you save. Then what I need to do is go into the next tab along, which is the homepage customization tab. And this shows all of the different products that I have displayed on my homepage. And what I want to do is add another carousel on here, the one that I've just created. So if I click add new, I can type in here mindfulness audiobooks, and then click on the drop down here and choose my list, which is the mindful audiobooks list here, and click save. Once I've saved that, what I can also do is grab it and drag it to the top. Oops, grab it and drag it to the top there. I can move anything around on this page. So if I want to move entertainment to the top, I can do, or whatever I want to have as the featured product through RBdigital. So once I've done that, again, I need to click save. It does say it may take up to 2 hours, but most of the time, just check, it happens instantaneously. So I'm just clicking on home here, and then I'm going to refresh the page. And abracadabra, here you go. Mindfulness audiobooks are there at the top. So these are the books that I've just added to our internal test site. So that's how you create the customizable carousel. Now, if I decide, okay, we've been using that one for a while, I want to update it, or I want to delete it and create a new one, then I can simply go into the next tab along here, manage your lists. And in here, if I want to edit it because we don't have a certain book anymore, or because I want to add some more content to it or change a few out, I can simply click on it and then click edit, and I can swap titles in, add other titles, move other titles out quite easily here. Click save and it will update it on my website and in the app for me. Or I can click delete and it will remove it completely. So if I click delete, oh, and obviously I can rename it too. If I click delete, yep. What I will also do is go into the homepage customization tab again here, and I will remove it here too. So click delete. Am I sure I want to remove it? Yes. And save. So again, what I will do is quickly pop into here again, refresh the screen, and as you can see, it's removed that for me. So that is how you create your customizable carousel. Like I said, you can also do it for ebooks as well. Just click down here, choose ebooks, and it's in exactly the same way. So I've got my bestsellers, my newly added, most popular, or I can search by the particular title. So that's customizable carousels. You can actually have up to 10 different formats. Sorry, just bear with me a second. 10 different formats on your homepage. So at the minute, that also includes your entertainment category, your education, comics, ebooks, magazines, and our health and wellness product. So at the minute, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carousels on there. So I can add 3 other customizable carousels on top. So that's where it comes in. It's quite useful to be able to delete older lists if you want to, rather than keeping them on there. The next thing I just want to show you, and the final thing actually I want to show you that you might not already be aware of, is being able to add in adverts onto your site. So by an advert, I mean a rotator ad. This is what we call them. If you scroll down to the bottom of your screen, we also have this area down here, and these are what we call rotator ads. So you can have numerous numbers of ads down here that will eventually, if you have more than 7 on here, they will actually rotate round. So you'll see them rotating around the bottom of the page. That's why they're called rotator ads. So you might want to utilize them to showcase a reading group, for example, that you have in your library authority, where you can click on here and it will take you to a link to information about your reading group, for example. Or if you have Press Reader through us as well, you might want to have a Press Reader rotator ad on here. Or say, for example, you have Universal Class, Transparent Language Online that aren't currently available through our RBdigital platform. You can have that image on here that your users can click on and go straight through to that particular service. So we have an array of these different adverts already created, and you can have access to those through our website and the marketing tab. So if I quickly show you that, I'll open up our website here, and in the marketing digital services section under resources, you will see there's a tab called rotator ads. I've gone under Press Reader, So if I'm a library authority that has Press Reader, I can go into Press Reader, go to Rotator Ads, and there is my Press Reader Rotator advert that I can use on my website. I can actually create them from a library authority. I can actually have the authority to create them myself. So if I wanted to, I could create an advert, the size I'll show you in a moment that it needs to be, and add it onto the site myself. And this is what I'm going to show you how to do now. So if you go back into the admin site and then click onto library management, the next tab along, you'll see there's a tab here called Rotator Ads. Click on that. And then when you scroll down, it shows you here that the image needs to be 120 by 240 pixels. And all you simply need to do is click Create New Advertisement, add in a name. So for example, for the Press Reader one, Press Reader. This is actually not an option, it will be assigned to your library authority. Choose the file from the location where it's saved. Enter a start date. So if you want to start it today, obviously today's date. A link to where you want the person to land, to go to when they click on the image. So if it's Press Reader, pressreader.com, the pressreader.com website. If you want it to have an expiration date, enter that in here. If not, tick no expiration, and then click Update Advertisement for it to load. Now, the reason why I'm not showing it to you now is because it does take 24 hours to load up onto the screen, so I can't show you the before and after in this circumstance. But please do have a play. If you have any problems with these Rotator Ads, I don't envisage any, but if you have any problems, do get in touch with our customer services team, info@wfhouse.co.uk, and they'll be able to help you through it, or at least get in touch with me who can help you. But that is, again, another way of being able to advertise other products and services that you offer through us, to another way of kind of reaching out and allowing further discoverability between your different